as the last days will be. Several religions have a misconception of trying to frighten their members. But in reality, salvation involves many more small decisions than decisions in the middle of a battle. In Christ's day, they expected a Messiah who would fight with the Romans. So in Isaiah, we have Jesus as the image of a king for a fight. We can read this in Isaiah 28:16-18, in which he speaks of someone who will come and rule justly, and will do judgment, and will show plumb. Whoever only looks at this verse would not understand Jesus, but whoever observes Isaiah 53:2-5, observes a man who suffers, who is persecuted, with a great weight on his shoulders. We can observe Jesus in the verse. But people like something great, with splendid signs. And so Jesus came and they didn't notice. So it can also happen at the second coming of Christ, because it says the verse. In Matthew 24:44 it says that the day of the return will be in a moment that is not expected. So many people will be taken by surprise, as they expect an extravagant period. But if we read the chapter from Matthew 24:36-39, we have a resemblance of Jesus coming to the Noah period. If the world had been very violent, Noah would have been killed. If the people did not mix with Noah, the ark could not have been built. For Noah to build an ark of such proportions would need men to help him. So what we see is that in Noah's day the big problem was involved in morals. So what we have is that in the last days immorality would dominate. We can see this in the last angel's message, contained in the verse of Revelations 18:4-5, which says that God's people should leave Babylon, not to be part of sins. See that the last message does not say to escape death, or the like. It says not to participate in sin. So the great danger of the last days is that those who claim to be God's people are doing the same sins as Babylon. When it is not possible to tell the difference between someone who claims to be a people of God, and one who does not want to be a people of God, then the revelation notice was not heard. We can still see in the verse of Daniel 2:41-43, we have that the last kingdoms are divided, as it is today. The kingdoms do not come together, and more are divided, but immoral actions grow more and more. If a church brings in the actions or practices of the world, then it is incurring in the text of Revelations. For the word holy, in Hebrew katash, and which is indexed by the number H6944, comes from the term separated, that is, the people of God are distinct from the people of Babylon. He has different habits, has a different way of speaking, has different thoughts, and has different goals. If we read in 1 Peter 2:3-5 we can see that God's people are separated, they are consecrated, and their lives are different, to the point of being called a priesthood. Priesthood is the one who ministers the works of God, who is the messenger of God. So in the last few days, it may happen that the person when waiting for great signs, is taken by surprise, because he did not see that sin won the battle of his heart, and when he expected an external persecution, he was captive of an internal persecution in his heart, who willingly accepted to participate in Babylon. So whoever wants to flee, it is necessary not to practice the actions of Babylon, and to separate life, according to the highest level of sanctification.
If you are looking for more content from different areas, visit the reformadorstasad.com website. News and detailed content can be found, with system of research and organization of text and video.